always said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, over the 12th man, and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. I guess they're not interested in kicking it away. They're lining up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
That's good for a fighting Texas Aggie.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Hawkins. Got his man quickly. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Texas A&M going up tempo. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
They were really set up on the opening drive, but a big 3rd down coming here. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete to the right. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how...
Throws toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Scanning the field, it's Hawkins. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie. This is why they show up for Midnight Yell, and they are playing like they practice.
And this place rocks as loud as anywhere in the country, and you want to get them going early. first drive of the game, scoring a touchdown, getting them jacked up.
And he's going to try to return this one. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Give to the running back. He'll push his way out to the 38, pick up a 3. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. Boy, this just hasn't been their year. All of the aspirations starting the season in the top 5, but there's always someone that seems to bottom out against those big expectations.
No question, Reese, and what's so disappointing, especially looking at this team's offense, is they're just not making the plays. They've got the guys on paper that look like they could be All-Americans.
It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Touchdown, Texas A&M. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And he's going to bring this one out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. It's complete to the left. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Really good offenses are able to attack you. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. On the option. Can't get him to the ground. Touchdown, Aggies! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he's going to bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll start this drive going to the air. They're working that left side. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum.
All right, let's get it.
Hands it off. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
On the play. Second down.
We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got his man downfield. Racing down the left side. The tap, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse. There he goes! And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Texas A&M going quickly. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Got it in the middle, it's Pringle. And he was on his way, gets it all the way to the 38.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and they force the incomplete.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. He wants to change this route. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Hand off from the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a...
Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Quick strike complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Canes headed quickly to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
Motion from the wide receiver. With the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Lining up to add another.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He'll do it himself. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The Aggies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw. It's Hawkins. Finds his tight end. At the 45 on his way. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Gives it on the option. Turning it on. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back on the option to give.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team. When you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles, it's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Still on his feet at the 45. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. And the Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Dances away to buy time. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Unloads it left. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Back to throw, it's Hawkins. This time he's got his man. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Aggies come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Snagged out of the air. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
And back to the air on second down. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Texas A&M 21, Miami 14.
Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. And he's coming out of the end zone. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Got his man. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. And the Canes have their offense in high gear. Looking downfield on first down. That's reeled in. It's more. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The Canes want to crank the tempo. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Moving out of the pocket. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. There's the pressure. Got it set up on the outside. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go. It's good.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on third and long. He's got the back in the middle. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
The Hurricanes will try to move the chains on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Pulls it in. It's Pringle. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Aggies in the hurry-up.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
He'll pull it down and run. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. A&M comes back out with another first down.
These last 2 plays really are a microcosm of why this guy is so dangerous as a dual-threat quarterback. He showed you the arm talent. He showed you the accuracy on the previous completion. And then on this play, it's not open.
It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Aggies.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Tulane is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Sean King, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by just 4 to UTSA. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping it. And the ball squirted out. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it and avert the turnover. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. He makes the grab. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football. And they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches. But you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Texas A&M, 28.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads it downfield. Intercepted to stop the threat. Brought down at the 30 on the return, and this defense has set them up in scoring position.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Looking to pass. It's Hawkins. Throwing right. He's got an open man. There he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. And the Aggies are in the hurry-up. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Aggies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
To the air, it's Hawkins. He lost one down the sideline. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on first down. Fires one high and deep. He caught it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you could just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
The snap sets up the throw. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Fired in from the red zone for the score. They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He gets a block. Got a little room. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Canes.
Touchdown.
Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
Yeah, and those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it
brings it down on the right side. Touchdown, Aggies. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. They stretched this lead here in the fourth, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Not much reason to go for the onside kick at this point, except they want to run up the score. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Pocket breaking down. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time
he puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. To throw, it's Hawkins. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
All right, that's when the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A-gap or the B-gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one.
He lofted high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, looking to pass. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt?
And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Aggie!
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Tulane is getting smoked today. This is an eye-opener. It's the type of game that can just demoralize a fan base. They're trailing by 18 to UTSA. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. gives the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We've got to stop turning the football over.
With the catch, it's Gilbert. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the edge. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick 2 as it were.
Great job on special teams. Getting penetration, getting the block. You've got the convoy. It's a scoop score, 2 points the other way.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Boy, they have delighted these home fans. Lofts one high indeed. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It'll be 3rd and long.
Jackrabbit, gorilla, tuna, lion, dino, logger, griffin, go.
Now the play fake. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He might want another play. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Time to take a shot. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
This is so a Jesse Palmer. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here. Snags it inside the 20. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't...
And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game.
Number 2.
This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
They got on the ball, but I believe he touched it before it went 10 yards, and there is a flag on the field. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. Quarterback empties his backfield. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Makes the grab. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Texas A&M going up tempo.
That's good for a fighting Texas Aggie.
Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Quarterback may change this route. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. They could have used a little bit more there and pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. A lot of urgency for this offense. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his man. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
They'll send the back in motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass, it's Hawkins. Looking to convert the 2, and he will not. The defense gets to him with the sack.
That keeps the score. Texas A&M.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Out of the end zone. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They almost had another interception. They're trying to set records out there.
This quarterback has thrown a lot of picks. I don't know if he's just not seeing the field right or he's just trying to force too many throws. That should have been number 4 right there, but the defender dropped it.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking the deep shot.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And he is brought down after the interception.